Good evening and welcome to this Eye of the Tiger Sports Network live stream of the undefeated Antelope Titans and your Roseville Tigers. Now tonight, going to be introducing a couple of game facts. First off, I'm Josh Carson. Good evening out here tonight. I'd probably say, under 70 degrees, probably in the 60s. Not that bad right now, probably in the 70s actually if I come to tell you, but it should drop later tonight. And if we're looking at some game facts before the game right here, this is a matchup of undefeateds. It's number 8 Antelope, 5-0, going up against number 11 Roseville, who's also 5-0. So this is going to be a really good game here tonight. A couple of quick facts before we get started here. Antelope took down Lincoln 56-17. They beat Wood Creek 49-28, and they also beat Ponderosa 48-21. So they've had a string of games where they put up close to 50 points in those games. So they're definitely going to be a tough matchup for Roseville here tonight. Now, if you're looking at their star player, Elijah Dodson, he's their running back. Looking at their facts here, 872 total yards on the season for Dodson, 14.4 yards per rush, 172 yards per game is what he's averaging, and also his longest run was 80 yards, and he has scored 13 total touchdowns. So if Roseville wants any chance of winning this game tonight, they're going to have to stop Dodson, or at least contain him, because I don't know if you can stop him, but you can contain him. We have a couple of highlights from last week's game that we're going to get to against Casumas Oaks. It was the homecoming game that Roseville was able to pull out to get to 5-0, so let's go ahead and look at those right now.
Josh, did you ever pass him?
And so taking a look at some of these highlights, that's Jariah Crawley's interception that he got and took it back for a touchdown. Roseville's defense last week was key. They were able to make a lot of defensive stops and also turn those into big plays, scoring opportunities, and they capitalized on them immediately once they got the turnover. See Dominic Rucker with the interception. He also had a touchdown on the night for Roseville. A pretty good night. They outscored Casumas Oaks 35-0 to end that game. Ended up winning 42-24. So you can see obviously a really good comeback from them. Continuing with the highlights, the run up the middle. That's McMahon, and he takes it to the house. That's a touchdown that gave Roseville the lead, and eventually they kept that lead and took the game. Now Martig right here. Roseville was running the same formation for a lot of the night, to be honest. One wide receiver lined up, and there you go. Easy touchdown for Dom Rucker. Those are some of the highlights from last week's game against Casumas. Now tonight, if Roseville wants to have any chance of winning, like I mentioned earlier, Elijah Dodson has to be their key point, the running back for Antelope, 872 total all-purpose yards, and yeah, he's putting up some pretty good numbers. So that is the main target that Roseville has to lock onto. Like I said, you can't stop them, you can hope to contain them, but they're going to have to contain them. Another big thing this week that Roseville's going to have to do is get off to a faster start. Obviously, in last week's game, if you did tune in, you can catch it also on our YouTube channel, Eye of the Tiger live streams. Roseville got off to a pretty slow start in that game, but they were able to come back and eventually pull it out. Now, against a top opponent like Antelope tonight, ranked number 8 overall, the Titans are.
Is it on the audio?
Okay.
No, we're good.
Now we got the audio back. If it did cut out in the pre-show, my prediction. In the pre-show, my prediction was a 35-21 Antelope win. And so we'll see how it goes. Obviously, if there's any audio cutout or whatever, I will share some of the pregame stats again. Antelope had a number of games where they scored near 50 points or at 50 or above 50. Versus Lincoln, it was 56-17. They took that one. Wood Creek 49-28. Ponderosa 48-21. So they have been blowing out their opponents. Been pretty dominant here. Obviously, they're 5-0, number 8 ranked. Roseville 5-0, number 11 ranked. Pretty good start for Roseville in the past years. Even the 3 years that I've been here so far, going into my senior year here, they have not been 5-0 through 5 games. So this is their best start by far that they've had, at least since I've been here. Elijah Dotson, Antelope running back, 872 total yards, all-purpose, 14.4 yards per rush. So he's getting a first down and more per rush. That's obviously making the offense flow a lot better for the Titans. 172 yards per game, and his longest run was 80 yards. He has 13 total touchdowns. So they can't stop him, but they can only hope to contain him. That's what they're going to have to do here tonight to have any chance to win this game. Now on the Roseville side, they got to target Jimmy Jaggers a little bit more in the last game. I believe he caught a couple of passes, but for a UCLA 4-star tight end, I believe that they got to get him the ball just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Throw him the ball a little bit more, target him a little bit more. Obviously, that's the coach's decision and not mine, though. And so we'll see how it goes. This game is just about to get underway in about 6 minutes. We have the scoreboard up here for you. We'll be updating that soon. See who starts out with the ball, and we'll get our broadcast underway. This is Josh Carson for Eye of the Tiger Sports Network. No.
Whoa!
You picked the wrong device, dude.
Which one? Oh, wait.
Okay. Let's go.
Good evening, parents, students, and fans. Roseville High School, home of the Tigers, welcomes you to tonight's contest versus the Antelope Titans. The California Interscholastic Federation and Roseville High School is committed to providing a positive athletic environment for student athletes, coaches, opponents, and spectators. Interscholastic athletic competitions demonstrate high standards of ethics and sportsmanship and promote development of good character. Your attendance tonight allows you to enjoy a high school football exhibition of skill and preparation by our coaches and athletes. Please give our athletes, coaches, and officials your respect and support in this friendly but competitive environment. It is a privilege to have you all here tonight, and we appreciate your support of Roseville High School athletics. Now please rise for our national anthem.
And good evening once again, and welcome to this Eye of the Tiger Sports Network broadcast of Roseville High School varsity boys football. This is, well, obviously it's going to be boys football. What am I saying? This is Josh Carson alongside James Jones. Already tripping, but you know what? It is what it is, man. We take some L's sometimes. What's your prediction for tonight's game? You heard mine in the pregame show. If you didn't, 35-21, Antelope is going to take this one. What about you? What do you think?
I'm not sure who's going to win, but whatever the score is going to be, it's going to be a close game in the end. That's my prediction, Josh.
So you don't think it's going to be 14 points, like I say?
No, I think it's going to be within a touchdown, if that, maybe even closer.
And once again, it's Josh Carson alongside James Jones for Eye of the Tiger Sports Network on this live stream tonight. 5-0 Roseville, 5-0 Antelope.
Thank you.
And we're about to get underway.
Looks like our Roseville Tigers are going to be starting this game off kicking. That means they're going to be getting the ball back in the second half.
Real quick note before this game starts too. I remember 2 years ago, 2014, the game came down to a last-second touchdown. I believe Bryce Crouch came up with that. And here's the kickoff. 6 back to receive, and he'll just let it go out of bounds. Flags fly.
Kick from number 4, Ian.
Wouldn't expect that from Ian Evanson, considering last week he kicked multiple kicks right back to the end zone. This one was a little bit shorter, a little bit out of bounds. He may have had the wind to help him last week, but I don't know about 10 yards.
Now it seems like the greats in sports wear number 23. This kid's only in high school, but his numbers so far are reflecting greatness. It's number 23 for Antelope, Elijah Dotson, running back, defensive back, senior. Like I said earlier, his all-purpose yards ridiculous, 872. Let's see what he can do here on this first drive. First down and 10 from the 35. Motion on the left, snap to the quarterback, hands it off, actually fakes a handoff, keeps it, and will slide down for loss.
That's a big loss for Antelope on their first play. Almost 10 yards back. I think it's about 10 yards back. That's not a good way. That's not what Antelope wants to do to start this game off. You can already hear Roseville's Tiger Cates cheering.
And here comes Antelope. Lines up for the next play on this drive. Second down 20. Loss to 10. Good defensive stand for Roseville. Handoff. Nets 4 running. Breaks through, and he's still on his feet, and he's not going down until a herd of tackles gets to him. He'll be out to the 40. That was Garrett Chapman. What'd you see on that run, James?
He just broke through the defense and just kept going. It looked like he had guys on him the entire time, but he would not go down.
Carried by number 4, Garrett Chapman. Tackled by number 9, Chad Thomas, and number 44.
Roseville shouldn't get discouraged, though, even after that big play, because we remember last week, Consumness had, what was it, just like a 60-yard pass, 40-yard pass for a flea flicker first down trick play. And Roseville started off the game last week going to the half 14-20. Oh, it looks like there's a whistle.
And it looks like already a timeout was called. And I believe there's an Antelope on the timeout. And so already a big play to start off for Garrett Chapman. And Roseville will already have to be faced with a defensive stop that they would have to make in their own territory this early in the game. After the big loss, the big run, and we are here again, a matchup of 5-0s. This is a big-time game here tonight, and already a start. Quick strike by Antelope. I believe this offense of Antelope, more explosive, go for more quick strike plays as opposed to Consumnes last week.
Yeah, Consumnes seem to pass a lot more. I mean, it's still early in the game, but just based off Antelope's running backs' numbers, I mean, this is obviously a run-heavy offense. And here Antelope goes to start the first down and 10.
And this is the handoff to the back. He takes it and dragged down.
It's about a 6-yard gain, 7-yard gain with that run.
Carry by number 23.
Roseville's defense is really going to have to step it up in the middle because the running game is just going to be play after play after play for Antelope. I can assume they're going to be running the ball almost every play unless they need to get a first down.
Well, because you got Dodson, you know, he's their main guy, 23 running back. He's gotten all those all-purpose yards, all those rushing yards. He averages 14.4 yards a carry. So you give him the ball, he's going to get a first down. Have not seen, oh, here he is at 23, I believe. Yeah, they're going to him early. Roseville's able to stop him for minimal gain. And that'll bring up a third down unless they did reach the marker. I don't believe they did, so we're going to have a third and short situation. That's Dodson on the carry there.
Looks like about 3rd and 2 for him.
Number 23, Elijah Johnson.
Yeah, like I was saying, Roseville's defensive box, they're going to need to step up their game big time if they're going to want to keep Dodson from getting big yards this game, which they do not want him to.
And Antelope will come back to the line for this 3rd and short from Roseville's 35. Dodson
In motion.
Yeah, instead of pitching it to him, which I probably think would have been a better option, they decide to hand to the fullback.
Looks like they got stuffed, did not get a first down. It is now 4th and I'm gonna go 2, maybe 3. 4th and 2 it looks like. That's what Roseville needs right there. Roseville needed that stop right there. They might go for the field goal. They might go for it just because they're in Roseville territory. They only have 2 yards to go. Odds are they're gonna go for it.
Yeah, honestly, if you were to pump this ball off, it might be, you know, a similar spot. Anyway, that was Hayden Simpson-Bamford on the stop. Yeah, it looks like flags fly here, and I don't know if that's an encroachment penalty. Roseville is clapping, though, so it looks like it's going to be.
There we go. That's 5 on Antelope. That's what Roseville wants right there. Odds are they're going to.
Yeah, so you can't do that chant from the Tiger Cage, a full Tiger Cage chant. It's the blackout game, so you see they're all wearing the black unis. That's right, James. We're up in the booth. We're rebels. We wear orange. I wear gray. Close enough. 4th down 8. They're still going to
loaded heavy on the right side.
Yeah, here we go. And this is going to be.
It's going to be back for a pass.
Here he goes. Throws out to the right. That one's caught for the first down and more, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone for the Titan touchdown. Early touchdown strike on a 4th down and 8 right there for Antelope. Wow, James, what'd you see there on that play?
Looked like the quarterback just went back. Roseville's probably expecting a pass, seeing as it was about 4th and 7, 4th and 8. But looks like the wide receiver just got away from the corner. He just got by him, turned around and caught the ball and just kept going. That's Roseville's
big strike play right there on a 4th down and 8. Not expecting a touchdown to come out.
No, not at all.
And you know, James, as the PAT is up and good, you know, James, a lot of teams, if I just want to make a general comment here, I'm about to drop it. A lot of teams probably think on a 4th down, they're just trying to get the first.
Yeah.
And so for a team like Antelope, they're on that play to come out and say, no, we're going to get the first down more. We're going to go for a touchdown. That's pretty gutsy, but at the same time, the defense might not be expecting it.
Yeah, he can park there. He can park wherever he wants. So as Josh Carson steps away, it looks like Antelope's getting ready to kick off the ball as Roseville receives it. After that 7-point touchdown, then PAT. Let's see what the kicker does. It's gonna be oh, he muffed it. He muffed it. Looks like Roseville got it though, barely, but Roseville got the ball back. Yeah, it's Roseville's ball. Almost a flag right there, unsportsmanlike conduct, but not quite.
And you see, James, some early shock for Roseville at the beginning of this game, not expecting the start to start like this. But to be honest, they didn't come out hot out the gates against Cosumnes last week.
No, not at all.
Plenty of mistakes, so.
Let's see what Roseville does on this first
Okay, Marchig, this is single back formation, 2 wide receivers on the left. Hand up, straight up the gut, and he's going to plow forward for about 5 or 6. Looked like Rosano on the carry probably.
Number 34, Brendan McMahon.
And it's McMinn, yep.
Tackled by number 59, Joshua Cook.
Looks like that was about a 4-yard gain for Roseville from Brendan McMinn.
I would just like to note also, Rosano, running back, 23. Dotson for Antelope, running back, number 23. So it's going to be a battle of number 23s. This is McMinn though.
Looks like Roseville ran the ball outside, but got caught right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, maybe not. Maybe got caught a little bit ahead of it, but still not a big gain for Roseville.
Yeah, by the reaction of this Antelope crowd right in front of us. Seemed like a pretty large hit on that play right there.
Yeah.
Powerful. 3rd down 3 from the 33. Just about 6:50 to go. Martig, he's back there all by himself, but there's a man in motion.
It's a counter play. That's going to be close to a first down if Roseville's
He's
only
going to be
3
short
from it.
though. And you look at this situation and you're thinking, well, we're backed up in our territory. This might be an early punt. 3 and out for Roseville here as it looks like they're going to be about 4th and 1.
Close to.
Tackled by number 28, Miles Ellis.
Oh, looks like they're calling out the chain gang to see if that was in fact a first down.
Bringing out the chains, bro. You don't really see that often, but
No, especially
I
in
don't
high
think
school.
I don't think we saw that last week, did we?
No,
chain
I
gang.
don't think so at all.
So chain gang, as James Jones refers to, they're gonna spot the ball, and if the tip of it is even over the first down, they will get it. And by the reaction, we can see that it is
Just short.
Yep.
Looks like Roseville's gonna go up. There's yeah, looks like they did not get the first down. Looks like Roseville's gonna go for it though when it is 4th and inches. Let's see, probably a run up the middle for Roseville.
Yeah, 4th and 1. They're probably going to look to, the quarterback sneak.
There's a flag on the play
And again, by the reaction of the Titans, it looks like a false start.
by Roseville. Roseville could have got that too.
Yeah, they definitely had it, but at the same time, the false start caught them off guard. Antelope, that is, so. I don't know the specific rule, James, but if you get a penalty on a 4th down,
I was actually just thinking about
you're
that.
going to get pushed back. You're not going to turn the ball over on downs,
No,
right?
I don't believe you do. I believe you just push the ball back, and Roseville's going to bring out their punt team.
Yeah, so the defensive stop by Antelope, they're a pretty good defensive series for them, not really allowing Roseville to get anything much. Roseville, again, no passes, 3 run plays.
Yeah.
And Antelope probably scouts that. They're probably one of the easiest things to scout against Roseville, to be honest, is their run plays.
Very heavy run. Very few passes. They need it. Solid kick, but looks like it's going to be... He's going to pick it up.
So 11 picks it up. That's Logan Paulson. Taken down real quick. So here comes the second drive, I should say, of the night for Antelope as they converted on the 4th down last time.
Back by number 11, Logan Paulson.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Antelope's second offensive drive of the night so far, with only about 6 minutes have gone by in this quarter. It is 7-0 Antelope Titans. Here comes Antelope's offense as Roseville readies their defense. Again, Josh Carson's going to step away. Looks like it's going to be a run up the right side. I believe he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Roseville's defense. Couldn't quite see who did it though. Oh, was not. There's Dodson again with another run. But Jason Russell knocked him out. That's a pretty small corner knocking a pretty good sized run back. How big is Dodson, Josh?
Dodson, not listed on here.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
He's the mystery man of tonight, even though we know like all of his stats.
It's going to be a pitch out to the left side. To Dodson again.
Yeah, he's a big time runner, so you can see there, takes it all the way out to about the 49-yard line. He's able to shrug off tacklers, and pressure just doesn't faze him. He keeps running straight through it.
Yeah, Roseville's going to need to pick up on that and start hitting them harder if they're going to want to stop.
Yeah, he's
Dodson.
a low to the ground power back. I mean, from here he's probably about, I give him maybe 5'7", like, you know, maybe 5'8".
Yeah, look at him in the huddle. He's not all too tall, but we'll see.
Okay, Antelope's QB right here with 2 wide receivers lined up to the left.
We run up the middle.
Yeah, it's Dodson again. So the QB for Antelope tonight, Nick Spagnola. And Spagnola out there, QB also a senior, so seems to be a pretty senior-heavy team. Yeah, definitely, from looking at this chart here.
Number 5, Devin Dye rushing the ball, tackled by number 9, Chad Thomas.
Ooh, it's Chad Samus with the tackle on that play.
Chad, there you go. Putting in the work.
Yeah.
4:45
Did we hear
to
his
go.
name last week, Josh?
We did not.
I didn't think so.
He has forever immortalized himself in the speakers of Roseville High School. All right, 4:35, second 7.
It's like
Dodson
again.
again.
With Dodson.
And there he goes.
Shrugging off tackles, just running right through people.
Out to the 45. They'll spot it right there, and we're going to have third down coming up.
It's like it's 3rd down and 3 for the Antelope Titans on the 45-yard, on Roseville's 45-yard line.
And here we go, breaking the huddle, 3 for the first. 45-yard line, about 4 minutes to go. Already a 7-0 advantage for the Antelope Titans. And we have another timeout.
Another timeout for the Antelope Titans.
So they're really blazing through them. I mean, they're burning them here in the first half, that's for sure.
2 timeouts in the first quarter alone. They're just going through the timeouts left and right. Well, like I've been saying, a Roseville defense definitely needs to stop the run game that Antelope has, but it's way easier said than done. Roseville just needs to hit them hard up the middle and just not let them get as many yards outside. I mean, you're not going to stop him. You're not going to get him 0 yards every play, especially since he has 14.4 yards average per carry. He's going to get yards, but what Roseville needs to do is just reduce the amount of yards he gets per carry. I mean, but Roseville should keep in mind that Antelope could potentially pass the ball at any time, which could be a big change in what they are probably setting up for. Here comes the snap, and it's a pass right to Dodson. Got out. Some nice stock blocking by the Antelope Titans, and Dodson will just run right by him all the way to the end zone. Oh, but there's a penalty against Antelope.
Pass number 18, number 23, Elijah Dodson. There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. I mean, they're gonna be pushed back. Josh, what penalty was that? Did you happen to see it? Did you happen to catch it?
I did not. Helping with the control booth, but I did see, again, even though they're going to get pushed back, the touchdown's not going to count.
Roseville needs to keep that in mind that is.
They're going to take it off the board.
They will run that play again, I guarantee it.
That was a quick little swing pass to the left side. And what did Roseville get exposed on last week? Open field tackling.
The one-on-one
tackling in space.
But this time it looked like stock blocking. The Antelope wide receivers seem to stock block the corners pretty well.
And there's the penalty. All right, 11 in motion. Spangler jumps back, and he throws it out. And there's a receiver right there that's going to beat the DB, and he's going to have one man to beat, but make it into the end zone yet again. One-on-one tackling there, James, and all the way into the end zone goes number 4, Garrett Chapman, cornerback, wide receiver, senior for Antelope, and that is taken to the house.
As it is, Josh, as it is. Roseville's going to need to step up their defense. They need to step up their one-on-one tackling. They should have learned that from last week against Consumnes Oaks, where they had play after play. Consumnes would just get one-on-one tackling. They would just break the tackles or just outmaneuver the DB, and they would just get by him and run.
And it looks like from here, the slightest move is rattling these DBs, to be honest. I mean, they're just getting by him with these.
Looks like it's going to be another Roseville return after Antelope scores yet again at 14-0. Nearing the end of the first quarter, it is 3 minutes and 37 seconds, excuse me.
Yeah, like James said, 3:37 to go. It's already a 14-0 two-score lead. And like I mentioned in the pre-show, Roseville cannot afford against this high-powered offense to get off to a slow start.
They cannot.
And they're already 2 touchdowns in the hole. This is going to be tough.
A little bit of luck came with that Consumnes victory last week with that. I mean, I don't know if you can say it's luck, but they had some pick sixes in there that, some skill, some luck. I mean, always a little bit of both. But Roseville's not going to be able to do that this week with the few pass plays that Antelope will run.
And Dotson's a hard running back to strip the ball from, too. I don't imagine him turning the ball over much, if at all, tonight. So here we go. Here's the kickoff. Already 14-0 Titans. Out of bounds at the 20, and flags fly. So we'll have Roseville's second drive of the night.
From number 36.
Starting from wherever yards that they add on to where the ball hit out of bounds, and we will get it going. Roseville in desperate need of a score on this drive, any type of score at all, to get back in this game. Already trailing by 2 scores late first quarter.
That's already 2 kickoffs that have been kicked out of bounds, where we saw none of that last week. That seems to be an unusual thing that's happening. 1 for Roseville, 1 for Antelope. Like I said, not a common sight to see, but here comes Roseville's offense, ready for their second offensive drive. Hopefully they can score this drive.
Yeah, here's that formation that they were using so heavily last week with those 2 wide receivers lined up on one side, single back formation. Snap to Martig, hands it off to the back, and just another couple yards up the middle.
Few yards up the middle. Roseville's going to need to try some semi-trick plays to try and get outside of the middle and try to just bounce out and go for more yards.
So far, their offense is so easy to read for
Yes.
the defense. I mean, they're sitting back there just, okay, they're going to run up the middle, and then there you go. Let's see what they do here. They're going to break huddle with a 2nd down and 7. From the 38.
Roseville's going to want to start passing as soon as they can because it's very easy to read their offense if they keep running the ball every play.
Here's a motion, and they're actually going to give it off this time. Smart read to give it off. First down picked up right there.
Looks like Josh Clark led off of his block at the very end, and the guy he led off actually tackled Brendan McMahon, the ball carrier. If Clark could have stayed on his man a little bit longer, Brendan might have been able to get out, get a couple more yards, but I doubt many more after that.
I thought it was a smart play that
definitely was.
Martig actually let him take the ball there, because on a lot of those read options, Martig keeps and then gets maybe 1 yard and loses yards. So definitely good play. Going around the outside, like you said, not just straight up the middle.
Called that.
That's a W. Okay, Roseville breaks huddle, first down 10 from the 47.
2:25 to go.
Trips left, and flags fly before we can even get the playoff.
Odds are it's probably a false start or encroachment on one of the teams.
I would say those are pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Looks like false start on the offense. That's going to be 5 yards back for the Roseville Tigers.
So James, quick side note, weather tonight, dude, so nice.
It's way
not
better
as
than last
bad.
time.
Like not as bad as last time.
I was ready for a lot colder like last time, but it's nothing as bad.
That was a shock to the system for us.
Yeah.
Roseville residents, having it be 50 degrees with wind. Like, what is that?
Now it's 60 and it's pretty calm. I mean, it's around 60 degrees.
Nearing that 2-minute mark. First down 15 from the 42. Snap to Martig, and there's trips left, and he just hands off to the back yet again, up the middle, and gets stopped yet again. It's a repetition right now.
Yeah, Roseville needs to get out of that habit. Cunha should start noticing that these plays are not working, and that he needs to start calling new plays because the defense is already picking up on Roseville's offense, and that's just not good for Roseville.
Lay down a couple things. You got a dynamic wide receiver in Josh Clark.
Yes,
you got a 4-star tight end in Jimmy Jaggers. The first quarter's almost over, and they have not even been targeted.
Nope.
I don't know about that, man. Let's just see what happens here, though. We're here to commentate the game. Martig drops back, and this time it's definitely going to be a pass. Oh. Unable to turn around before...
Slightly thrown above Brendan McMahon, who could not get up high enough to get that ball. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 12 for Roseville. 3rd and long. That's not where Roseville wants to be. Odds are it's going to be another pass play to try and get some big yards on this and get at least close to a first down. They want to get 4th and short, if not a first down on this play, and odds are they're going to pass, or there's going to be some sort of trickery to try and get around the looking pretty massive Antelope D-line.
And here we go, 3rd down 12 from the 45 with 1:17 to go. Martig drops back, stays in the pocket, steps up in the pocket, and he is taken down for the sack. The Antelope defensive pressure was able to get there, and that is 2 straight drives and goose egg up on the board for Roseville.
Looks a lot like how Roseville started off last week against Consumnes Oaks, doesn't it, Josh?
Yes, except Roseville has avoided the turnovers. At the same time, I mean, what good is a 3 and out?
Yeah. I mean, Roseville's going to have to start trying to find new plays to get around this defense because they're just blowing up every play for Roseville.
And yet again, another punt. This one's a pretty good one. He's going to set him back there, but bounce out of bounds. No flag this time. I don't understand the flags on the...
The flag's only on kickoff, Josh.
Okay.
If it goes out on kickoff, that is a flag because the defensive team does not have a chance to return it, and they could just kick it out. They could learn how to kick it out of bounds every time on the 1-yard line. Just set them up there. Punt, it's different because they start from a different spot just about every time.
I don't know about... Is it the same in the NFL, though?
I think so.
Because you could... A lot of kickers pin them back at the 1 or at the, the 10, the 5. So when you see the flags fly, it's kind of weird. But anyway, I guess that's just the rule here in high school football. Friday night football. And here we go. It's a handoff again to Dotson, and he's able to find room. Not getting taken down easy, too. You got to have a herd of tacklers to take him down. He still stays on his feet. Wow. Forward progress was stopped, but the ref slowed to blow the whistle there for sure.
Yeah, he definitely did. Definitely was. Looks like it will be a first down, though, as they move the chains right now. Here comes Antelope, second play, right up the middle yet again with Dodson, looks like.
You notice how he gets so close to that marker, too, every time. It's like he's not getting stuffed for 3 yards or something. He's getting a good, 5+ yards on every single run.
At least.
And that will conclude the first quarter. It's 14-0. The visitors, number 8 ranked, 5-0, Antelope Titans, and number 11th ranked, home team Roseville, 0. We'll head into the second quarter on EOTSN when we come back. All right, James, as we're back here on EOTSN, 14-0, and so far it just seems like Roseville has not been able to get anything going. I mean, I know that's a pretty common phrase that announcers use, but it just seems like they can't get anything
Roseville
going.
Needs to get some momentum on their side. As Antelope has started off, I'm pretty sure the last 2 weeks, Roseville has been kicking off in the beginning of the game both times. That just kind of steps their momentum. They don't really get a starting momentum.
Well, for some teams they like to defer so they can get the ball back in the half.
True.
And that's important. I mean, I always like to defer, but if you don't get a defensive stop.
Looks like false start already on the Antelope Titans. They'll start them back 5 yards before they could even get the snap off.
And just once again, heading back to deferring. If you don't get a defensive stop already, it's just going to say, okay, we're already down in the hole, we have to respond.
Yeah.
And so here we go, third drive of the night for Antelope. They already got, I believe, a penalty, set them back. So 2nd and 8 from the 34. I formation. Dotson gets close to the markers, but we're going to bring up a third
not
down.
Even close, Josh.
Third down.
He's still got about 5 yards to go at least.
23 left, Dotson with the carry.
That was probably Roseville's best stop for Dotson, though. He did not get many yards on that run. Only 3 yards. That's probably shortest Dotson's going to be running tonight. Let's see what Roseville can do against this 3rd down and 5 for the Antelope Titans.
All right, James, if they're not even close, let's see what they can do on the I formation.
Gonna roll out to pass.
That's a play action. He's able to hit his receiver across
And
the middle,
he
but the
drops
drop.
it.
And that's 44 on the drop for Antelope.
That's what Roseville needs right there. I mean, that could have been a bad catch. Looked like the punt team's coming out, but trickery is always an option in these high school games. Don't see it much in NFL, but in high school games there definitely is some trickery going on.
Jacob Pinola with the drop there.
Ooh. Pinola. Looks like a punt, but like I said, who knows with these high school games.
From deep back in their own territory, I believe they're going to punt it, though.
True, true.
And there you go.
They do. Fair catch by Roseville.
And that will give them good starting field position out near the 40-yard line as they'll take over for the 3rd drive of the night. 11:16 to go in the 2nd quarter, trailing by 2 scores.
Looks like Roseville's going to start on their own 38-yard line. That's about where they've been seeming to start these offensive drives for them. I just hope Roseville can get something out of this drive instead of just a number 3 and out, or another 3 and out like they have been doing. Roseville's going to need some good plays. They probably need to stay away from just the strip the middle run plays, though.
This is the single back formation. Like they would like to run this up the middle a lot, but they're going to run it around the outside, take it back to the middle, and pick up about 3. James says 4. I say 3. Can I redeem myself from earlier in the game when I said it was close? Okay.
Yeah, that's 4 yards, like I said.
Give them about 4. 2nd down 6. Roseville comes back to the line.
That was a nice run by Roseville. 4 yards. I mean, they'll take it. They'll take it.
Motion by McMinn. Handoff to McMinn.
Sweep outside.
Around the right side, yeah, it's the sweep, and he's going to take it out near the 50.
First down. He's either got it or he's inches away.
Brandon McMinn with the carry.
That is a 1st down. Roseville has not got many of those this game, but that's definitely what they need if they're going to want to keep marching down the field trying to get these points. At their own 49-yard line, Roseville gets back on the ball, ready for another play. A 1st down and 10.
They roll the clock again. Yeah, new set of downs here. It's all fresh. Trips left.
Motion by Jay Rosano.
Yeah, it's Rosano coming in motion, and now they hand it off to him. He tries to sweep, but the same play does not work this time as he gets dragged down for minimal yardage.
Runs to the short side of the field. Roseville has been known to do that, but it's not always the smartest idea. Even if you're running away from the backs, you only have about 15 yards to work with. While odds are there's an outside linebacker and a safety, possibly even a corner, right over there ready for you. I mean, the numbers are just not in Roseville's favor if they do that.
Roseville comes back to the line.
7 though. I mean, that was a 3-yard gain by Rosano. Not bad.
And here we go. It's the same formation with the trips left.
No motion this time though.
Yeah, it's a hand up straight up the middle. Yet again, they try that same play, and now Martik's going to go to the sideline to get some feedback about that.
Looks like no yards gained by the Roseville Tigers. If I took a guess, I'd say Roseville's going to go for another pass play, seeing how the run game hasn't worked so well so far in the game.
Yeah, they tried the runs up the middle obviously many times, and then they tried a couple of sweeps to the outside. Nothing really doing. Same formation yet again. They got the single back formation with trips left, one lone wide receiver lined up on the right side. Now the snap to Martik. He takes it, stays in the pocket, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it, takes off, and he's going to get past the 1st down marker.
That was a nice run by Nick Martig, also known as the Glass Man. Used to not be able to run the ball because he just couldn't take a hit, but he's definitely grown up from that nickname.
Yeah, he had a history of injuries for sure, but that was good composure in the pocket right there. Just considering that on the last drive, he stayed in the pocket, stepped up, and got sacked.
Yeah,
so that obviously had to go through his mind. Nice play by Martig right there. Now Roseville's going to come out to the line for the next play.
Yep, saw the opening, just took it. It was a nice run, nice decision by Roseville.
Antelope's 33-yard line, they're attacking. Hand off to the back. That's Rosano up the middle, and a couple of yards on this play as they run the first down, run up the middle.
That's about 1 or 2 yards, Josh. Not many for Roseville. That's not what they're looking. They're looking for about 3 to 4 yards a game, a run just to keep them moving up the field. Sorry, I could not think of a word. That's about 3 yards. It's about 2 and 7 right. 2nd and 7 right now. Jeez.
So far, this is a long, drawn-out Roseville drive that has taken them into the second quarter and down to 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's just see if they can capitalize. They are in striking distance here. They're pretty close. They could have one big play, except they run it. Breaking through the gap, though. And a nice gain on that play.
5'2" running back, actually getting some nice yards on that run. Easily a first down for Roseville. About 3 to 4 yards past it, actually.
Yeah, you see a matchup of power backs tonight. Him and Dotson. They both play
very different sizes, though.
Look, they both play, different sizes, but they both are power backs that play low to the ground, and they're able to break tackles. You see Rosano do that right there.
Of course, Rosano's really low to the ground, but short jokes aside.
Center of gravity gives him the power to plow through people.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it's McMinn in motion, and they actually hand it up to him, and he will get a few yards.
It's about 5 yards right there. That was 4 or 5 yards. It's a nice run by him. Definitely what Roseville needs. They need to start running those sweeps more often, just so they can get the D-line and the linebackers outside of the middle.
Mix it up.
Yeah, with them just chilling right in the middle of the field, Roseville running the ball straight up the middle is not going to do anything for them.
All right, now 2nd and 6 from the 15.
6:45 left to go in this second quarter.
Now Martig takes a snap, hands off to the back, and that's a nice tackle right there. I saw 23 on that one, and wow, that's Dotson
Looks like the ball.
That's Dotson actually that stepped up and made that tackle right there.
Looks like he can play both sides of the field.
Yeah, he says he plays running back and DB, so able to come in there and make the stop on the run.
Looks like it's about 3rd and a few yards to go. I'd go 1 or 2. That's 3rd and 2.
So James, what do you think they do here? They're going to pass it?
No, I don't think Roseville's going to pass it. I think they're just going to try to get I'm going to go with a sweep. Sweep left or sweep right.
Let's see what they do. They got 2 wide receivers lined up on the left side of the field right here, none on the right. Let's see what they do.
Nope, looks like a run up the right. That's a first down, though, it looks like.
Yeah, McMinn able to get off the box quick there.
Either close to or it was a first down.
McMinn able to get off the box quick there and pick up the yards necessary for the first down, and this will keep this drive alive, a long, drawn-out drive, like we said earlier. And Roseville's just going to get 4 more chances, I would imagine, to punch it in the end zone here.
Yep, that was a first down for Roseville. 1st and 10 right on the about the 9-yard line.
And so they break huddle here with about 5:20 to go here in the first half, down by 2 scores. Desperately needing a score here.
Roseville's definitely going to need to keep their composure for this right here, as they are definitely within scoring distance.
And here's the run again up the middle, and just a few yards.
Yep, just a couple. It's not what Rosano needs, though. He needs to get, like he had earlier in this drive, he needs to get a nice long run. That's definitely what Roseville's looking for. They're thinking by just handing it off to him over and over, they're going to get that, but it might not always turn out that way.
Jay Rosano with the carry.
Yeah, only 1 yard on that play. They might want to stick with Brendan McMinn, as he's probably just as fast as Jay Rosano, if not faster, but he's also a bigger running back.
He's able to take it around the outside of the field, right? So here we go. Snap.
And there Brendan is again.
It's the same play. Wow. Antelope's on that. Same play as the option, the read option that Martig has to hand it off to McMinn, and he does again as he takes it around the right side of the field right there for minimal yardage. 3rd down's going to come up. I bet 3rd down and about medium.
Looks like Roseville's going to want to go for a pass. They might want to go for a pass on this play, just because it's 3rd down and about 5 yards to go to scoring.
Well, they've ran about, 7 consecutive runs. You should mention him, Zach Richards.
Zach Rickard. He's a fellow thrower, but he goes to Antelope.
That's track and field, if you know.
Yeah. Like the refs, it looks like it's going to be a timeout, probably by Roseville.
Yeah, that's a Tiger timeout, and they got to discuss things here because, look, they got a big decision coming up. Do they decide to run again, which Antelope probably expects, or at the same time, they probably say, well, they've ran it so many times, they got a third and, even situation. Do you go for a pass? So it's like got to come up with something creative.
Like they did against Consumnes Oaks last week when it was fourth down and 6 yards to go. They went for the pass unexpectedly, and they got the first down, and they got the touchdown. Roseville might do something like that again this time, but we'll see what Cunha has in store for this Roseville Tiger offense. Both teams are still in the huddle right now, awaiting the 3rd down and 5 play. Both teams get whistled to come back, but neither team is moving. I don't know if Roseville's gonna pass or run on this play. Knowing their history, they're gonna run, but Cunha might want to switch it up and just go for a pass. Just try and get around the defense and just get just get a touchdown. Roseville needs to score in this situation with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. 0-14 in the second quarter, nearing halftime. Roseville needs a score right here.
All right, here's Martig with a man in motion, takes a snap, and he's rolling left, passes it out to the end zone, and way overthrown. That's not like Martig to overthrow the ball, especially by that much on that kind of play. Might be feeling a little bit of pressure because of the close game, because of the pressure situation, but it looks like a punt team is or like a PAT team is going to be coming out right now. Field goal.
Yeah.
No way. I can't believe it.
Field goal.
I really can't believe. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing history here. Roseville's about to kick a field goal. I think this is their second field goal of the season.
Could be a fake.
Yeah. Okay.
Always that possibility.
Yeah. Don't assume. I can't
always
assume.
the possibility of a fake, which would definitely throw off the.
He looks like he's lining it up though. I mean, this might be 3.
Yeah.
They need something, right?
They do.
And with Martig, all that pressure being put on him, it's going to be hard for them to convert. And that's just a disaster right there. Wow.
Looks like he muffed the catch for the PAT.
James, but that's what the kids call an L.
Yeah.
I mean, big time, like,
Roseville,
wow, they messed that up.
That's the exact opposite of what they wanted to happen. They couldn't even get the 3 points. I mean, that's not good for the Roseville Tigers right now.
Yeah, so that play was botched right there. Obviously a field goal attempt, but I mean, I don't know if that's just inexperience because they don't kick many field goals, honestly.
I mean,
so
they
the
always practice
placeholder
before the game, just for like PATs and stuff.
Fourth drive of the night, and in Antelope so far, 2 out of 3 success rate, pretty good. 0.667%. You wouldn't be but 66.7% success rate right there. 2 out of 3. Handoff Dodson up the middle. He's going to get stopped by a couple of Roseville tacklers.
See, that's what Roseville wants. Not many yards gained by Dodson on that play, if any at all. Think about 2 yards on that play. Roseville needs to stop Dodson more, like they just did right there.
Well, like I said in the pregame show, you have to contain him. You might not be able to stop him. I don't think you'll be able to stop him in this game at all, but you got to be able to contain him, and that right there is absolutely containing. 3 yards, 4 yards,
3 yards?
A couple of yards, whatever it may be. The
whistle
scoreboard showing 2nd and 8. He only got 2 on that play.
Looks like the ref is, I don't know what the ref's doing. I don't know, he blew the whistle, saying to continue the game. Oh, gotta do this. Man in motion. He's going to stay back for the pass.
That's a drop back, and he's able to throw it to the left side, has an open receiver, and a Roseville tackler is trailing him, able to continue down the left sideline, and he's just too fast. All the way to the house for the Antelope Titans as they will take a 20-0 lead on the Roseville Tigers here at Hanson Field. Wow, that turned disastrous real quick for Roseville. Just a quick swing pass out to the left side, and he took it to the house.
Roseville is just, I mean, you saw Jason Russell running from the far side of the field trying to get it, but he was just short of tackling that.
And Jason Russell, I mean, me having played basketball with him since like middle school, he's fast.
Yes, he's
fast. He will catch up to you, fast sprinter, and he wasn't able to catch up to Antelope's speedy receiver. This is a speedy, explosive offense, and Roseville was not careful enough coming to this game. They're already down by 3 scores, 21-0.
Not looking good for our Roseville Tigers. Looks like our Roseville Tigers are going to need to completely change their game plan, as they have not been playing well this first half. The Antelope Titans are going to be kicking off for fourth time this game. And here comes the kickoff. Not too far of a kick. Let's just see if Roseville can, let's see what Roseville can do with it. Not going to get many yards on that one. Looks like it's going to be, Roseville's going to be down at around the 30, their own 30-yard line, maybe 31.
Number 36, Isaiah Gomez, returned by number 44, Nick Gorey.
Roseville's definitely going to need to pick up their offense. Going to probably want to switch up the plays more, not just run it all the time. Maybe, like I said, add some more sweeps in there. That seems to be working really well for Roseville's offense. Let's see what Roseville does in their first play of the drive. Looks like it's going to be a pass. It's going to be a nice run. Looks like the ref almost got taken down right there as Clark was thrown down. One of the best receivers on Roseville's offense.
16, Nick Marta goes to number 11, Josh Clark.
That was some nice runs after the catch by Josh Clark. He wasn't thrown too much, if at all, last game, but that was a nice run by Clark. Roseville needs to run more plays to either Clark or Jaggers, two very important people to the Roseville offense. Here comes Roseville's second play in the drive, another first down though. Looks like it's going to be a pass again. Just overthrown to the receiver. Martin needs to lower his throws. His last throw to Clark was pretty spot on, but 3 other of his throws have been way too high for the receiver.
Number 11, Josh Clark.
Josh Clark was thrown out again right there, but Martin just needs to dial in his throws. I mean, they've been just a little too high for the receivers. But obviously Roseville's just going to keep passing the ball, as there is only 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second quarter, right before the halftime. Here's Roseville's second and 10 right now. Another pass play. Right in the middle. Clark? Who is that? Brendan McMahon getting around one defender, and they're going to take him down by the second. It's a good pickup by the Roseville Tigers. It's about a 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain for our Roseville Tigers. That's what Roseville needs right there. They just need looks like a timeout. Timeout Roseville. Roseville's probably going to look for, they're probably just using that timeout just to stop the clock, just try to get rid of their timeouts before the end of the half. The end of the half. Roseville needs to score. They can't go into halftime 0-21. That's just too big of a deficit. It'd be very difficult to come back from that, especially from this very strong, very powerful Antelope offense. I mean, Roseville's defense seemed like they had it together last week, at least in the second half, with multiple pick sixes and interceptions. Roseville's defense just needs to, they need to just contain the run, like Josh was saying, contain the run and not let number 23 on their offense just keep running the ball up the middle every play. I mean, he seems to be running the ball. They seem to be running the ball almost every play, unless it's third down and about more than 5 or 6. Here comes Roseville is 3rd and 2 right now. Odds are they're going to run it just to try to get a quick first down. But let's see what they do. Yep, it's a run. That's going to be a first down. Oh, I was looking at the wrong runner. It's going to be actually very close. Yep, it is still a first down, though. It's what Roseville needs. They need those first down runs, first down anything. Roseville is now 1st and 10 on Antelope's 40 with just about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Right before halftime. Roseville will get the ball back. That's probably why they're trying to score so quickly, because they're going to get the ball back at halftime. It's a far throw from Nick Martig. It will be picked off, though. Looks like Josh Clark is down. He looks like he's hurt. He's gonna get off on his own feet, though. Looks like Roseville tried to take a risk with that one, trying to throw long, trying to get the pass to Josh Clark, but the DB was just too much on him. Nick probably shouldn't have thrown that ball unless it was strictly intended for Josh. He should have chosen a different receiver. I mean, Josh is fast and all, but when you come back from an injury, I mean, it's not always you're not always at top performance, even if he's been resting it responsibly. So it is now gonna be 1st and 10 for the Antelope Titans. Roseville yet again could not score. Roseville needs to, I don't even know what Roseville can do right now. I mean, with 1:44 left and Antelope gets the ball, there's not much they can do. There's Dodson running up the middle again, just going and going, Roseville not being able to stop him. Roseville's gonna need a big pep talk if they're gonna want any chance of coming back in the second half. But like I said, Roseville will get the ball back at the start of the second half because they kicked it off in the beginning. Roseville almost had that. I mean, if they just went for a shorter pass instead of going for the big touchdown, they had plenty of time to go for the pass. Even if it was dropped, just go for some short passes, try to get 5-6 yards of play, and try to march down the field. Even just get a PA or get a field goal, just get a couple points on the board, just to give them some hope more than 0. I mean, that just must be hard for them to look at. It's gonna be another run up the middle with a lead block. Looks like it's gonna be another first down for Antelope. Gorey with that tackle. 53 seconds left in the quarter. Antelope's gonna try and score again, but we don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, there's still time left. Let's just hope Roseville can stop him right here. Maybe get a big play like they did at the end of the second last week. Let's see what Roseville does right here. It is 1st and 10 with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Surprised they're still going for it. It's going to be a pass. He's going to catch it. He's going to be taken down at around the 50, right around their own 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
Number 18 is pass.
Looks like it's going to be a hurry-up offense just so they can keep getting plays in.
Number 26, Sam Dewey.
And that'll end the first half for the Antelope Titans. Your Roseville Tigers 0, Antelope Titans 21. That's not how Roseville wants to. Okay, never mind. Oh, they must have spiked the ball because the time stopped. I thought the time was going to keep going. They spiked the ball to try and stop the clock. It is now 2nd down and 10 for Antelope. And it looks like they're probably going to pass just to try and get another score in. It's going to be a flea flicker. Looks like a lot like what happened last week. And it's going to be caught. Antelope is going to try to get a hurry up, a quick play right here. And they just spiked the ball again, just trying to get another play. They're going to try and score against Roseville. Roseville has to stop them. They cannot let Antelope get another touchdown. They can't let Antelope get any more points. I I mean, this just hasn't been the game Roseville was expecting. I mean, we came into this game thinking it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a close game. Josh predicted Antelope was going to win, and by the looks of the score, he might be right. I mean, it's going to be for another pass, a floater, and he's going to catch it. That's Jason Russell with that. Jason Russell let that guy go, and he caught the ball over him. I mean, Jason Russell's not a tall DB. Definitely with the height disadvantage he has, any taller receiver can just catch anything over him. I mean, Roseville's gonna go into the half at 28-0. I mean, that's just not good for our Roseville Tigers. Antelope Titans are ecstatic to see that their team just caught that pass, but I mean, our Roseville Tigers are going to have a major pep talk if they're going to want to come back. They're going to want to come back a different team. Like, they're going to want to come back how they did last week against Casimas Oaks, but I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is hope that our Roseville Tigers can just come back a whole new team and just completely change the momentum of the game for this game. I mean, 0-28, this is not what it's looking like for two 5-0 teams. I mean, we were expecting a close game, maybe a score difference, but 4 scores to nothing, a blocked field goal by Antelope. I mean, this is just, Roseville has just been, they've not been playing with themselves this game. I mean, I don't know what Roseville's going to be able to do to come back from this. They're going to have some a major attitude adjustment. Just completely change their game. I mean, their defense is going to have to come back and stop Dodson from running. I mean, he's just getting run after run, first down after first down. There's just no competition for him. He's getting like 10 yards per carry. And the few passes they have made, they've completed them. Not many Roseville passes, or not many Titan passes have been dropped. I mean, you just saw in the end of that quarter, they completed a very long flea flicker pass, which is exactly what Consumnes did to start the game last week, and it worked again against Roseville. I mean, Roseville should have seen that coming and just known, like, they should have just known what was happening and just tried to stop it. I mean, there's not much Roseville can do this game. It's not looking promising for them. As Josh Carson sets up our second camera, I mean, I'm just kind of, I don't know, just kind of thinking about what Roseville can do to come back in the second half. I mean, like I've been saying, Roseville just needs to come back as a brand new team if they're going to want a chance of winning this game. I mean, I just don't know what else to say. Roseville, this is not looking good for Roseville right now.
Wait, hold on.
It's all good. It's all part of the experience.
Now make some noise for your Roseville High School dance team.
Let's go.
Ryan Kwong. Hello.
Okay, and welcome back to this live stream, Eye of the Tiger Sports Network. I'm Josh Carson. I'm joined by Parker Cruz tonight, along with Brendan Gavin is here as well. Nice to meet you, Gavin. Nice to meet you. Yes, to you. Okay, we just had some technical difficulties. We were able to iron them all out. But anyway, first half, tell me what you thought of it. Honestly, it's a 28-0 game.
Yeah, little slow start. Their running back's pretty good. I think we'll have a good second half and we'll come back and we'll give them a run for the money.
I think that their wide receivers are definitely a little faster than our quarterbacks, but I just think if we just play a little better coverage, then we'll definitely shut them down, and hopefully it's up to the offense to score a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good. Just to mention, Antelope's running back is Elijah Dotson. He has 872 total yards, and he averages 14.4 yards per rush. So obviously the big plays you're seeing out of him tonight, is light work to him. So what do you think about the one-on-one tackling, like tackling in space? Honestly, that was a problem last week. Corners, you're talking about them. What do they have to do to shut down these quick swing-out passes?
I think that they maybe need to contain them a little more. I feel like they're kind of throwing their bodies out and they're kind of getting juked out a little bit. So I feel like they just contain them and kind of shut them down instead of just trying to go for the all-out tackle.
Yeah, they're coming in hard, but we got to come in harder, and we need to make the tackles. Those will be huge for us.
First thing that Roseville needs to do in the second half is
score.
I agree.
Score and
put some
defend.
Points up on the board, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see how this works out. Thank you guys for joining me in the booth here tonight.
Thank you.
Whatever you want to call
Go
it. We'll
Tigers.
Call it the booth. Yeah, hopefully 28-0. See if they can come back. It's a 5-0 matchup
We
for
will.
both teams.
You good? All right, perfect. Thank you, Josh.
All right, thank you to Parker and Brendan for those interviews. And we're gonna get started with the second half. Here's James Jones.
Hey, what's Gucci, Josh? We're about to start this second half. Like I was saying before the halftime show or whatever, Roseville was not looking good. We were not playing like ourselves. Roseville needs to just find who they are and just come back a lot tougher, a lot stronger, a lot harder this half. I mean, it was just a bad first half for us. A lot of stupid plays. Now Roseville knows how hard Antelope is, how strong they run, and we can just come out hitting a lot harder than we can last time.
In the 1980 Roseville game defeat Nevada Union 71-54. In the section Division II championship game.
Right.
He played football for 4 years with the Tigers, being named to All Northern California in his senior year. And he was also a top-notch golfer for 3 years. He would go on to quarterback the BYU football team to the national championship in 1984.
I don't normally like bringing up technical difficulties, but for tonight, if you do wonder why our second camera shot that we go to is a little bit farther out than we had earlier, we had an Antelope fan actually come and then trip on accident and break one of our cables, so there you go. That is what happened. But anyway, here at EOTSN, you know what we do? We're great at improv. We are great at improv. I tell you something, we are great at that, whether it be for news show, coming up with stuff on the fly, here on live streams, or getting a new setup. That's exactly what we're doing, so we hope that we can bring you the same excellent coverage in the second half. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm Josh Carson alongside James Jones, and we're about to get started here in this second half. Roseville and Antelope, obviously 28-0 Antelope lead. A big first half for the Antelope Titans with Elijah Dotson just running wild here in the first half.
Looks like the refs have messed up and they have put the teams on the wrong sides, but our Roseville Tigers will be receiving the kickoff this half. Josh, what are your thoughts for our Roseville offense and our defense going into the second half?
Well, I think this half Roseville needs to come out and, like Parker and Brendan said at halftime, they need to score. They need a possession where they score points. They still have not put any points up on the board, so they're going to receive the kickoff as they deferred in the first half. Let's see what they can do with the possession.
Here comes the kickoff. It's going to be a long kick. It's going to be caught, and he's going to... Looks like he's going to be taken out of bounds at around the 35-yard line, maybe a little bit short of that, about the 33-yard line. That's what looks like the ref is stopping, or where the ref is pointing. Oh, I was wrong, the 34-yard line. Roseville's ball on the 34-yard line. Here comes Roseville's first play of the half. And it's going to be a run, nearly a first down run by number 23, Jay Rosano.
Number 23, Jay Rosano with the carry. Tackled by number 51, Martell Gaines.
Did you turn that audio back on?
That was a nice run by Jay Rosano. It was about a 7-yard run. Another run, nice run by Roseville. Lots of yards right there. Good, nice start into Antelope's territory at Antelope's 43-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, Roseville with their run plays, they like to have long, drawn-out, grinding, grueling drives. They get a couple of short yard gains, and then maybe they'll get, a good yard gain to pick up a first down on a pass, like on a third down play. But, what they're doing here with these large yard pickups off of runs, this is really going to help them. Here's another run, and that's immediately stuffed, but he's able to get out of that. It's Rosano, that is, but unable to get back to the line there, he seems. Bring up second down. So anyway, James, Roseville is going to have to strike real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Really fast on offense. I know they like running the ball, but to be honest, they got to hit the air here soon because
they need to treat this like
have less than 25 minutes left in this game.
They need to treat this like it's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They need to just throw the ball, make good choices, not try to go for the long pass like they did in the end of the second. It's going to be a sweep out the right side. Almost, it will maybe a yard gain by, I believe that was Brendan McMinn, but not many. Looks like he's hurting a little bit. Probably took a couple of couple strong hits with that one.
Brendan McMinn with the carry. Tackled by number 56, Zach Rickard.
Looks like someone's gonna need to go in for Brendan as he stumbles off the field. That was looks like he got hit quite hard on that one. Here's Roseville lining up with all 5 receivers. Nick Martig sacked on third down. Probably gonna go for it looks like it's gonna be a punt on this one. Roseville started off strong, but yet again, they've been stopped on a 3 and out. It's about 4th and almost 15, 4th and 14 for Roseville. They're obviously gonna punt it on this one.
Yeah, you notice the defensive pressure of Antelope tonight. It's been really good, and they've been able to stop any potential opportunity of Roseville advancing down the field as this one is going to roll into the end zone. Yeah, they've been able to get that defensive pressure on Martig. He's been sacked multiple times here tonight.
I don't know what Roseville can do. That looked like a promising drive, but again, they got stopped. They got stopped in the middle. It's just time and time again, Roseville just keeps getting stopped.
And already down 28-0.
Yeah.
They can't afford to start out the second half with a 3 and out, and then there they go. Their only scoring opportunity, like real opportunity that they've had tonight, was that field goal.
That was
blocked.
They
muffed. No, they muffed it. Remember, they fumbled it? Anyway, here we go. This is another big run. Here goes Antelope, breaking free. And down at about the 25-yard line, at least he slides to there. A big run right there by number 4, Garrett Chapman. And all night, James, we're here on the visitor side. That's where we broadcast our games. The cheers over and over again. Just big-time plays by Antelope, and Roseville looks to be deflated.
It's not looking good for Roseville.
And here comes Antelope, breaking the huddle, looking to go up 35-0 in this game. Remember, my prediction was 35-21. 21 straight points, so for Roseville is going to be tough to pull off at this point that they're going. Another run, and this is just absolutely manhandling Roseville. They look like they're not playing with much passion and effort right now, James. What are your thoughts?
Doesn't even look like they want to play in the game right now. it's just, I mean, going into halftime 0-28, that is a tough thing to do. I mean, you're gonna want to stay positive, but it's just hard for our Roseville Tigers right now.
As our colleague here, Brian, said, they're going through the motions. I mean, that's honestly what they look like. They look like they're just going through walkthroughs right now. They have to be feeling somewhat deflated, getting no points up on the board, already down by 4 scores. Another handoff. Dotson, he's just going to take it around the left side, stiff arm, and get out of bounds prior to the first, so it's going to bring up second down.
Number 23, Elijah Dotson with the carry.
I mean, you hear his name again and again, Elijah Dotson going with those carries. I mean, even up 28-0, he's still in. I mean, Antelope just wants to get big points on the board just to keep their points up. I mean,
Spangler gonna take the snap. Handoff around the left side. Dotson picks up the first down.
I mean, he's a quick runner.
It's gonna bring up first and goal.
He's not big. He doesn't have much size to him, but he's quick and he will not stop. He will run right through people.
25, Dry Crawley.
Odds are they're going to run it to the right side of the field this time, as that is where Dotson is, first of all. And that's just the wide side of the field.
Yeah, they got the fullback. They got a 3-back formation actually right here. Handoff straight up the middle. Up the gut, and it looks like they push the pigskin past the pylon for 6 points, and they have a chance now to take a 35-0 lead with the PAT. Antelope tonight, complete domination over the Roseville Tigers, as evident by the score. Roseville still yet to score in this game, and they cannot seem to stop this Antelope rushing attack. Antelope student section out here representing tonight.
Not a common sight. You usually don't see student sections at away games. And that's another PAT that's good for those Antelope Titans.
One after 10 with number 36, Isaiah Gomez. 10 is good.
Roseville's only kicked off one time this entire game, and that was at the very beginning of it. Every other time, Antelope has kicked off the ball after they've scored.
And James, I got to mention that here, as we see up on our screen, Antelope student section traveling from Antelope. It's somewhat of a drive, you know, give them about 20 to 30 minutes to get here, but showing up big tonight. And for a 5-0 team, when you get a team that's a winning team at your school, you're going to have fans come out to represent, and to see a road crowd is a pretty good side out here for this
student section
Titans.
also. I mean, the crowd too. That's a pretty big crowd for an away game, especially for a high school game. But I mean, 2 5-0 teams, you're gonna want to see it, but it's not looking like 2 5-0 teams right now.
Well, one is number 8 ranked, one is number 11. And so far, the number 8 ranked team, I mean, they look like
they're just putting in work. I mean,
it's ridiculous how they've come out here. And Roseville tonight has really just been flat. They haven't had that same pep in their step because they haven't been able to get any points up on the board. Out to the 30-yard line, McMinn, that's where the drive will start. Because when you're playing in a game, James, and I know this from playing basketball, and your team is having a hard time scoring, or you're personally having a hard time scoring, it is hard for you to play defense.
Yeah.
And we've seen the same result with this whole Roseville team collective effort here tonight. They haven't been scoring points, so they say, okay, now the defense has got to come out to get a stop, and if we don't get a stop, they're going to put more points up on the board. We can't score, so it's creating this situation that is just, you know, having a really negative effect on the team. I'll let you comment on that after this. I'll let you comment on that after this play right here. Line up, single back formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 split on each side, and just again another run up the middle, not fooling anybody. Rosano out to the 35.
I mean, Roseville's defense has just been getting hit the entire game. That's probably why they're not playing as tough as they normally would. I mean, just hit after hit after hit. Just been the D-line and the inside backers. I mean, they've just been dealing with Dotson the entire night, and that's a force to be reckoned with, it looks like. But our Roseville student section is still cheering, even with this crushing score. Well, I mean, they're trying to push for it. They want Roseville to at least put up a fight.
Obviously, these fans here at Roseville High, they want to see the streak continue, but so far, I mean, you got to give it up to them as there's another short run. Looks like Roseville's kind of trying to drown out this game. Here's 6 minutes to go. You got to give it up to them. even if they do end up losing this game, and I know it's still third quarter, that'll be a 5-1 start. It's a very good start for them. Obviously,
especially for
I don't think any of us
Roseville.
expected us for them to go 5-0
Yeah,
to begin
I mean,
with.
that's
right?
impressive in itself.
Antelope, definitely the top-ranked team in the CVC. They're putting up, like I said in the beginning of the game, I'll go over some of these matchups with you. They put up 57 against Lincoln, 49 against Wood Creek, 48 against Pondo.
I mean, they're going to be doing that again right here against
the high-powered offense.
It's going to be a pass
back,
play.
He's going to stay in the pocket, throw, and just deflected by the DB right there. Number 4 out there playing for Antelope. Garrett Chapman also scored some touchdowns. Nice play by the defensive back there.
Looks like it's going to be 4th down and about 4. Odds are Roseville's just going to punt it yet again.
Attempt from number 16, Nick Martin.
I mean, that's what I'm going to guess. They might go for some trick play like they did against Casumas, but don't know what's going to happen yet. Yep, looks like Nick Marchik's going back deep to punt it.
Yeah, disappointing here, just the amount of 3 and outs. I mean, when you got a football team that is just unable to move the chains, you're in for a rough night. Obviously, 35-0 score. We'll try to keep it interesting for you here on the broadcast, but we'll see. We'll see how many points Antelope can put up, because honestly, if you look at this, Roseville might have to face them again in the playoffs if they get there.
You see, Antelope didn't even try and block it there. They just hit the punt line and just started going back. And the punt return man just fair caught it. I mean, he didn't even try and run it back. I mean, they know what the game has in store. I mean, it's already, both teams are probably thinking it's just over, but Roseville can't be thinking that now. Even if they just get 1 score, I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, at least it makes a game look somewhat respectable, like they put up an effort. You don't ever want to put up a goose egg against anybody. So Antelope comes back out here for another drive in the second half with 5:47 to go here in the third quarter. And you got to wonder if they're going to slow the pace or going to continue with that high-powered offense. Let's see what they do. Handoff to the back. Roseville unable to tackle Dotson. He has some space, and it looks like he's going to take this one all the way to the house. First play of the drive, and again, the devastation continues in this game. The onslaught continues as Elijah Dotson takes it. Wow, Elijah Dotson takes it more than 80 yards on that play right there. That beats his longest carry of the year, which was 80. He's going to give him about 81, 82 yards on that play. And he just walks off the field like a complete boss. I mean, you're looking at him right now, getting this dap from his teammates. He knows what he's doing out here. He's putting on a show. And 42-0 if this PAT goes through, James. The effort from Roseville, I think, has left the field. Honestly, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they know it's not they know it's just not their fight. I mean, they could have had it at the beginning, but they just let too many points go by, too many scores go in. Elijah was just, I don't think the defense was ready for what Elijah brought for them. I mean, he's just dominating the field when he's a back. He's just going off on our Roseville defense.
You got a player right now with supreme confidence to score that touchdown like he did, to walk off the field, completely just take his helmet off like light work. About to do it again. Mm-hmm. You know, honestly, because he's got that confident mindset right now, and there's nothing stopping him. Roseville in the beginning tried, but now that they know that they're not scoring any points, you know, it is what it is. Antelope trying to control their sideline right now as we see we have the shot on them. We're going to switch back to the main camera though now. And let's just see if Roseville can put any points up on the board to maybe get them some confidence points going into next week. They have a road game next week. We will not be live for that one, but we will bring it to you on the news show. I have the Tiger News YouTube channel.
Muffed it.
Anyway, here's the return for Roseville. After the muff, he's going to take it to the left. A couple of Titans there to tackle him, and it's a Titan tackle right there at about the 20.
He tried to get out of that and try and go around the other side, but the Antelope kickoff team, I mean, they just held him right there.
Yeah, it was a good defensive stop by them. Able to surround him. Antelope, they're a team that is a well-oiled machine right now.
Definitely.
I like to use that analogy. They're clicking on all cylinders, and Roseville's just trying to find some type of spark, rhythm.
Just anything.
I don't know, literally.
Roseville needs any sort of momentum like they did last week with Sam Toomey's getting the fumble,
you know what,
and
James,
then going for the score.
You know what, James, as this play progresses, it's just a rollout throw.
It is
pass
a catch.
Caught at about the 43. You know what, James? That makes me think even more back to last week's game. if it wasn't for those turnovers, because that was really the thing that sparked
Yes,
these turnovers to
definitely.
immediate points.
Yes.
You know, the offense, and I'm not saying the offense is bad or anything. They're 5-0 for a reason, but they scored like 14 on the night, while the defense probably scored the rest of the points.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think
don't know,
our
man.
defense had 3 or 4 defensive scores. I mean, that's impressive.
And
Don't-
we looked at that and we said, wow, that's something that's great, but it's not something you can really continue. A
No,
lot of that is just good fortune that you
Yes.
just happen to be there, right? So you're fortunate. Anyway, here's the read option. Martig keeps it, and he's going to be taken down before the 50. Yeah, so the fact that they're not able to get these
momentum changers.
yeah, on the defensive side tonight that led to quick offensive scores is just like they don't have any momentum. you know?
Yeah.
Number 7 foul.
I mean, but also they are missing one of their bigger players.
I know that they, as you think about that, I know that they recently gained a new offensive lineman from Wood Creek. He became eligible to play tonight.
Oh,
Transfer.
Danny Garcia, that's his name. I cannot think of that. He is in a wheelchair right now. There was a offensive false start. Looks like
Anyway,
what?
About Garcia.
It looks like his ACL. That's what we're getting from our news reporter Brian. He's saying that this Danny's ACL. He had surgery on it. He's just in a wheelchair right now. I mean, he's a big guy that Roseville definitely could have used on both sides of the field. I mean, if he were a defensive lineman, defensive anything, he could have, just his mass could have slowed down Dotson enough for more people to attract to the.
That's right, and he might have been able to put some pressure on that run, the run stuff, pressure on the quarterback as well. Yeah, Danny Garcia is number 77, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, a junior for this Roseville team.
Yeah, he's
ACL
a big
injury
boy.
in
He's
a wheelchair.
big guy.
He got stuck on a speed bump this morning. I was seeing the car and I see this guy coming over a speed bump and he gets stuck. And he had to call for help.
3:32 to go. It's 42-0. And like we've reiterated here, it looks like there's going to be a meeting here. As we've reiterated,
first down, Roseville.
Inability to get anything going, so we're going to have a first down, see what they can do. And then Antelope clicking.
They might be getting some momentum back right here. I mean, it looks like
they'll get momentum back when they can score some points.
That's
so let's
true.
See what they
That's
can do.
true.
Handoff
Another
yet
run.
again. And you know what, James? I'm not one to question the coach's decision. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to call the game. But I really got to wonder the amount of run plays up the middle, and nothing's happening out of them.
I mean,
what is that? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand.
I mean, Roseville, we have some good running backs, but we don't have any
Elijah Dotson.
Yeah, we don't have anyone like him. We don't have just some guy who can just run through everyone. We don't have that at Roseville.
Well, the line too bigger for Antelope. I mean, let's just look at it what it is. Better blocking. So far tonight, key players for each side. Obviously, Elijah Dotson coming into this game, 872 total all-purpose yards.
I mean, those numbers are he's just stacking on those numbers.
And yes, he's a stat sheet stuffer supreme tonight. That's what he's doing out here. And then for Roseville, look at their star players. Josh Clark, not much impact. Jamie Jaggers, not even been targeted.
Nope.
So I don't understand, James.
End zone, red zone, and you want to tweet them out. Tweet them out to CBS.
2:35 to go in the third quarter. This is EOTSN.
CBS 13. Again, tweet your photos from tonight to hashtag.
And we will be back when gameplay resumes.
Tonight's show.
I don't know why we don't use
2:35 remaining. 42-0. Titans. Trips right. No running backs in the backfield. Second down 6. Pressure on Martig yet again. He scrambles out. And that one is deflected by number 11 of Antelope, Logan Paulson.
In my opinion, I think Martin should have just ran the ball and just ran out of bounds on that one. I mean, just get the couple yards instead of going for the risky pass. was almost picked off, that would have just been a momentum crusher for Roseville. I mean, that's exactly what they don't want right now. I mean, even with the score, they want to score at least once, maybe twice, just to get some points on the board. I mean, you don't want to go. You never want to get shut out. I mean, that's one of the worst feelings.
And here's Roseville now. Martic drops back, steps up in the pocket, looks for his receiver down the left sideline, and just the connection not there.
Way overthrown.
That's what we call way off in sports. Connection between the receiver and the quarterback not there. Roseville's going to go for it though on a 4th down and 6
That
from
might be
midfield.
because the wide receivers just aren't running their routes at full speed. I mean, that's the thing, because they don't have much momentum, they're just not trying. And Nick is expecting the wide receivers to be farther ahead than they are, but the receivers might not be running full speed. I mean,
well, think of what goes through a player's mind at this point in the game. I'm trying to keep myself from possible injury.
Timeout Roseville.
I'm trying to make sure we can just get through this game. If you get to a point like this, a game, a lot of flaws can be shown, and at the same time, you know, they might not be giving their best effort on both sides.
Yeah, that's true. Especially this late in the game with a score like this. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Roseville, but just 2 5-0 teams should not be a 42-0 shutout. I mean, there should be at least some competition between them. Like I said earlier, a couple score difference at the most, but 6 scores, 7 score difference, I mean, it's too much. Roseville's just not playing like themselves right now. I mean, yeah, it's still the 3rd quarter. I mean, some luck could happen, some general good plays could happen for Roseville, but a win after this, it's unlikely.
I believe Roseville, if I'm not mistaken, has actually, no, I'm wrong. I will look up the schedule for the next week's game. We'll talk about that matchup. Anyway, here's the drop back, and he rolled out and tried to throw it to Crawley there, but nothing doing. So that's a turnover on downs. Antelope will take over from their 43-yard line.
Attend receiver number 25, Jeriah Crawley.
I mean, but think about this. You have someone like Jackson Knapp right now who's out for a foot injury or a toe injury, something along those lines, and you have Danny Garcia out. I mean, that's right there, that's 2 offensive linemen you're missing. You're from your starting O. Then you have Danny for your defensive line. I mean, those are just 2 big people, 2 relatively experienced people who Roseville's missing from their line right now. I mean, those are 2 people that definitely could have helped this game. I don't know if they would have been game changers, but it would have at least helped the game.
And here comes Antelope, 1st down 10 from their own 43, looking to add on to this already humongous
it's like a pitch
lead.
Outside.
Yeah, here's pitch to Elijah. Is he just gonna, reverse fields? Watch this guy run. He's gonna look for the open space. Look at how he just made that play into a 1st down. That was incredible, James. He's been doing that all night.
He just nonchalantly walked out of bounds. I mean, he didn't have to rush to get there. He just started walking. I mean, he's just dancing over this Roseville defense right now.
Eventually escorted out of bounds by number 22, Hayden Simpson.
Yeah, he just reversed fields. When you got a back that's in the groove and really is feeling himself, right?
Like Elijah has been the entire game.
So he makes nothing into something for an outs from the 40.
Him on my fantasy team.
Handoff, and he's gonna get tackled there. But you see him running up the middle, and you see the result. Running to the outside tonight, to either side in this game, has worked for both teams generally.
23, Elijah Johnson. Tackle made by number 22, Hayden the Hulk Simpson.
There's Hayden the Hulk Simpson. I mean,
that's a positive tonight. He's gonna remember that.
Yeah. Silver lining to this otherwise not so good game.
2nd down 10 from the same spot on the field. Handoff to a different back this time. Hard tackle right there at the end.
Holding that guy up while the rest of the Roseville defense came after him. I mean, it seems a little late, but at least Roseville's getting some stops from Antelope's offense. I mean,
so Roseville, looking at their season, they started off with Chico on August 26th, 38-0 win. At Rio Linda, they won 42-23. At River Valley, 34-6. At Del Campo, 28-24. Last week, of course, 42-24. Losing big time, big league here in this game. Next week, they'll play at Bella Vista on the 14th. That'll be interesting to see if they can bounce back in that game there. That's a play action. Pass is dropped.
Incomplete.
Bromiak on the coverage.
Pass attempt from number 18, Nick Magnolia, out from number 10, Cameron Lawrence.
Okay, with 3 minutes left, I mean, in the third quarter.
Bella Vista, although their opponent next week, been taking some L's lately. They're 0-5, 0-2 in league, and currently right now they're losing to Oakmont 20-7 as we speak in the third quarter with 7 minutes to go. So Roseville shouldn't look at them as an easy opponent, but definitely an opponent that, okay, we need to get playing good again. We need to bounce back because they're losing 42-0. Third quarter's over. We'll go to the fourth. We'll preview next week's game. Stay with us here on Eye of the Tiger Sports Network.
Run by number 84, Khalil Curtis, taken out of bounds. That brings the third quarter to an end with their score at Antelope Titans 42, Roseville Tigers 0.
Looks like it's Roseville's ball on their own 35. Let's see what Roseville can do with the first play of the drive. It's gonna be a pass.
Yeah, steps back, fires, and able to find a receiver right there. Is incomplete.
Pass attempt from number 16, Nick Martic. Number 11, Josh Clark, the intended receiver.
Clark almost had that one, but it looks like the DB just stripped it away from him, just got it incomplete. I mean, Roseville's just trying to, they need at least some points on the board just to get some confidence in them. I mean, they can't, being shut out is, like I've said, probably one of the worst feelings, especially in football. And here comes Roseville's second play of the drive. There's Clark running up. There he goes. Diving for his ankles.
Pass from number 16, Nick Martin.
It's a nice run by Clark. Clark should have been utilized more throughout this game by getting him the ball as much as they can. Clark is even though he's coming back from an injury, he is a strong receiver. He is quick, he can catch the ball. I mean, they should have utilized him and Jimmy Jaggers more in the game.
James, I couldn't agree more with you, to be honest, because Clark is a speedy receiver too, and I'm not saying that these defensive backs are speedy or aren't speedy, but they haven't been tested nearly enough on crossing routes, you know, going over the middle. Seriously, that's a W by you, James. I agree. Pass out to the right sideline, looks to be hauled in.
Yep, that'll be, who's that caught by? Brendan McMahon?
Out to number 11, Josh
Clark.
Clark again, there you go, just right on cue.
See, it's a little late in the game, but I mean, at least they're getting him yards. I mean, Cunha should have realized this earlier, that Josh is a vital part to this team. I mean, he should have been utilized more throughout this game.
Give you an update on that Bella Vista game. Still 20-7 in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go.
Another pass by Roseville. Bubble screen out to probably Jay Rosano.
That is Rosano, and he takes it to about
a 5-yard gain or so.
33. Yeah, meanwhile in that Bella Vista game,
33.
In that Bella Vista game, they're 0-5, 0-2 in league, and they're losing 27 in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go to Oakmont. And meanwhile here, there's 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
And it's second and 5, 5-yard run by Rosano.
42-0 Titans as they come in here and completely taking the air out of the sails of the 5-0 riding high Tigers. Antelope will move to 6-0.
Pitch out to the right side to Brendan McMahon. Some nice blocking done by the receivers and by the backs.
He was just never able to turn it up.
He got a couple yards up, but not what he was expecting.
So Antelope after this game will move to 6-0.
Number 34.
Yep.
And they'll go through all their upcoming matchups in the CVC. For Roseville, they have an 0-5 Bella Vista next week. James, is this an opportunity? How should they be looking at this game?
They should go into this game just as hard as they went into Consumness, they should be They should be going into Bella Vista just as hard as they would any team, because they can't just go in expecting to win. They're going to lose off easily fixable mistakes if they do stuff like that.
Well, you got to think this loss is going to put some fire in them. Is that
That
appears to be a first right there.
Yeah, by Joseph Flores. But I mean, this loss is going to sting for Roseville. But they could either. That's the thing about when you go something whatever an O and then you lose your first game.
You could take the loss two ways, right?
Yeah, you could either cry about it and whine and just suck the rest of the season, lose the rest of your games, or you could have it sting for a little bit and then you could get some fire.
Yeah, I think it'd be real easy for them to say we got an 0-5, 0-6 potentially opponent coming up.
Just need to put the whooping on Bella Vista.
Nice hard run right there. Yeah, but they can look at it as, yes, we have an 0-6 opponent coming up. We just lost, but we'll bounce back. Or they could see like, we just lost to the best team in the league, and we got to take it out. Because we have an Antelope player down on the field.
Maybe nope, not down. He got back up.
He's gonna get up here. He took a big hard hit on that play right there by Rosano coming up the middle. It's number 9 for Antelope.
And
that's Gabe Thomas.
Yep.
Gingerly walking off the field. You got to imagine, put him through the concussion protocol or whatever they got to do. Especially after that movie came out and all the research about CTE and all the football injuries.
Yeah, probably asking him some basic questions.
Got to watch out.
What is his name? Where
Concussions
he is.
need to be monitored for sure.
Yeah, probably just making sure that he's all right. But it looks like the play is gonna, or it looks like Roseville's first down on the 11-yard line. I'm gonna say. Okay. Well, there was a false start on the defense. That's 5 yards for Roseville.
We still love you.
Wait, who's that? It's Colton Rayback who took the hit right there. I mean, that's just 5 yards for Roseville. The Antelope guy was probably doing it just to mess around, just because he could.
Third down and 3 from the Antelope 11. Roseville's real first chance to score here besides that field goal early on.
Taken to about the 3-yard line, the 3 or 4 yard line right here. Roseville definitely has a chance to put 6 up on the board. I mean, at least get 1 score. I mean, they've been dragging out this quarter. I mean, they've just been dragging out this quarter the entire time. Does Roseville have the ball the entire quarter, Josh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much the entire quarter. I mean, there's only 6 minutes left in the game, really.
Not really. Really. Like that's the truth. 2nd down and 6. Back handoff. Nothing doing. And we'll have a 3rd down coming up.
3rd and short for Roseville.
Jay Rosano carrying the ball. Tackle made by number 2, Nick Hursley.
So Jay Rosano had the ball. It'll be about a 3rd and 1, it looks like. 3rd and 2? Okay, about 3rd and 2. Roseville can just get a first down.
They got 2 yards to go if they want to pick up the 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. It's going to be right at the marker. We'll see where they spot him.
I mean, no matter what, Roseville's going to go for that. Roseville's going to go for this. Oh, is he hurt?
Looks like we have another player.
Nick Martin.
Potentially down on the field, able to get up though.
Man. Looks like he's going to run back and grab a play real quick.
Number 16, Nick Martin, ends up keeping the ball.
New quarterback.
Looks like they took him out just because he looks a little beaten up.
Yeah, he went off the field.
So Kyle Alves comes into the game now, number 7.
It's 1st and goal for our Roseville
He's their
Tigers.
junior quarterback, so you get to see a little bit of the future here, which is not a bad idea considering
touchdown. Looks
the score
like
of the game. And it looks like Kyle Alves.
That's a touchdown.
Was that a quarterback keeper by Kyle Alves?
No. Brian says no, so it must be no.
It's either Brendan.
We'll hear the official announcement, but anyway, it's the first touchdown on the board tonight for Roseville.
I mean, even late in the game, I mean, at least some points is better than none. I mean, getting shut out looks a lot worse than getting one score.
Number 34, Brendan McMahon.
Brendan McMahon gets the ball.
For a touchdown.
And Brendan will be the PAT holder as Ian Edmondson goes for the PAT. Right through the uprights for Ian Edmondson.
So Roseville earns himself,
I mean,
a couple of confidence points, 7 to be exact, and it's 42-7. Now trailing by 5 scores. Got you.
Looks like Antelope's going to be calling out their hands team because they believe Roseville's going to do an onside kick. Not the worst idea, but this late in the game with this amount of score, I'd be quite surprised if Cunha called for an onside kick. But we'll see what happens shortly.
Yeah, so the JV team earlier improved to 6-0 with a 28-14 victory. Wow, the score tonight though, if you're just tuning in now, for whatever reason, 42-7 is the score. Antelope Titans lead with 3 minutes to go in the game. And here comes the onside attempt. At least it's a good attempt to.
We don't know if it's
good try, good attempt, good
Antelope thinks
opportunity, I would say, to practice this onside kick.
Yeah. I mean, Roseville could go for it deep and just have no one be back there. I mean, we don't know.
But then they'd have to pin him, bro.
Odds are it's going to be
they'd have to pin him straight up.
Onside kick.
Here's the onside kick.
Yep.
Antelope has her hands team out. Let's see what Evanson can do. Attempting probably his first onside kick of the season.
Looks like Antelope's going to get it on their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, nothing crazy there. No crazy bounce. Yep.
Ian Evanson's kick is recovered by A84, Khalil Curtis.
Curtis with the recovery for Antelope, and now they will bring out the offense to ride out the rest of this game here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Fans starting to file out of the stadium, at least on the Antelope side. And so, James, tonight, what was the overall take? What's your final take that you got out of this game, and what needs to change?
Roseville, they just, with a strong running back like Jalen Dodson, I mean, Roseville needs to work on their run defense against a strong running back. I mean, they're probably not going to see that against, Bella Vista next week. Looks like they're going to get called back. Looks like Antelope's going to get called back for 5 yards.
But to add on to your point, they got to prepare for it because this team is probably going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to play a Del Oro or a team like that in the first round that always gives them trouble. So, yeah, they're going to have to deal with some pretty tough backs. Formation right here, they're just going to see a lot of run plays at the end of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what Roseville needs to get out of this one going to the next week is that we had a good run of 5-0. Nobody expected us to do it, so let's stay positive in that sense. But also, let's start working hard again. Let's really put the pedal to the metal and grind this week so we're ready for Bella Vista. We can go in there. We can get literally a blowout win. If they don't win by more than 20 points, they honestly should not be satisfied with that. A win is a win, but they got to seriously put the confidence back into their minds, into their physical, and get a blowout win next week and an 0-6 Bella Vista.
That'd be good for the confidence.
Here comes another run out of Antelope right here. Nice hard hit by Roseville.
I mean,
and as the clock runs down, So James, those are the big points coming out of this game. The final score will be 42-7. Antelope Titans are gonna come in here to Roseville High School and take this game big. Again, what we pointed out at the beginning of the game, the standout, Elijah Dotson, number 23, running back and defensive back senior. He was just beasting it up all night on the runs, shedding tacklers, stiff-arming his defenders. He was able to break out for massive, massive gains. And on defense, he actually got a couple of tackles as well. So a great all-around game for him. Definitely their star player. He just adds on. He broke his largest, or I guess you could say longest run of the season on a single play tonight. It was 80. They got 82 yards. And that's going to end the game 42-7. The Antelope Titans come in here and absolutely demolish the Roseville Tigers by 35 points. The same amount of points last week, I may point out, that Roseville went on a run to score against Cosumnes Oaks to win that game 42-24. So, with the final here from EOTSN, 42-7, Antelope Titans will improve to 6-0 as the Roseville Tigers fall to 5-1, and that is it on the broadcast on your home for Roseville High School Sports. Top plays, breakdowns, and more, including live streams. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. I'm Josh Carson alongside James Jones, and we're signing out from Hanson Field on this Friday.
That was a fast fourth quarter. I texted my dad like 10 minutes ago. Isn't it 15-minute quarter? 12. Yeah, I texted him 12 minutes ago.